Welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
Schif Misara.
Two Americans living in Sweden, talking about football.
You know I love me some football.
Yeah, man, we are back. We are enjoying this week 6 coming up and ready for more football, man. It's starting to get to that part of the season where we're like, it's almost over. You know what I mean? It's minus. It woke up and it was in Celsius. It was minus degrees, so it was under 30 degrees or under 32 degrees here this morning. So I was like, oof, the winter is on the way, which makes me love this time of year for the football. But yeah, then it'll end as always.
As it does. That's the nature of time. It just keeps on moving, whether you want it to or not.
Exactly. But we're going to start off this episode with some news and updates. Then we're going to do a little post check. And then we're going to do some flip and pick 'em as always. So what we got going on in the league?
Well, we start off the news with heavy hearts. An RIP to a legend of the NFL, Mr. Dick Butkus.
Yeah, man.
One of the greatest linebackers in NFL history, died at the age of 80. On the same day that the Bears went out and beat the doors off of the Washington Commanders. So that was pretty good. Go ahead and win one for old Dick Butkus.
Yeah, man.
Dick Butkus was a bad man. He was synonymous with the violent side of football.
Yeah.
This was an era where you tried to hurt someone. Dick Butkus famously, in interviews after his career was over, said that he would frequently go to bed the night before a game and he would dream that he would hit a player so hard that his head would literally pop off and roll down the field. So that
seems stable.
Interestingly enough, he was one of those football players who kind of went on to have a pretty
I was going to say that.
prevalent career in like TV and movies and commercials and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of cameos. I think he was in an episode of MacGyver.
Yeah.
He did a lot of different stuff. And he was probably he must have been in those stupid Naked Gun movies too, wasn't he?
I don't remember. But he was in some stuff like that type of stuff. Yeah. Shout out to Dick Butkus.
Yeah, Dick Butkus was a bad man.
My dad was a Bears fan, so he liked that. I learned to like Dick Butkus and people like that. All of the Bears stars from back then.
Well, a name like that, you're going to have to learn how to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure nobody said that one twice. Nobody roasted him twice.
Yeah, that's sort of like like a boy named Sue.
Yeah.
That old Johnny Cash song. It's like, you get a name like that, you better learn how to throw some fists.
Johnny Cash wrote a song about Ndamukong Kung Su.
Yeah, exactly.
A Nigerian boy named Sue.
Yes.
Giant and violent defensive.
It was a very prophetic song. Sticking with the Bears, they traded their disgruntled wide receiver Chase Claypool to your Miami Dolphins.
Come on over.
What's up with that?
I don't know, man. We weren't fast enough. They're like, yeah, man. I was looking at what Mike McDaniel had to say about it, and he was just like, had the opportunity, and I don't want to just assume that somebody's a problem. I'll let that speak for itself. So we'll get him here, show him how we work, and see what happens. So I was thinking about it as the Robbie Chosen situation. Who the Dolphins got, who was kind of a troubled or whatever, and he didn't. I've seen him playing, and it didn't look like he was too,
He ain't it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Robbie Chosen, previously 5 other different names, including Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
This guy's changed his names more times than he's caught touchdown passes, I think. I think it's time for him to just find a new career.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys got him for some, late round draft picks. So you basically picked him up for a pack of cigarettes. So
yeah, we'll see what happens.
The Patriots acquired cornerback J.C. Jackson from the Chargers.
Who they traded to the Chargers.
Exactly. They traded this guy to the Chargers. He got a huge money deal from the Chargers, got injured, and then never really lived up to expectations. And then he went back to New England.
Normally New England does that with coaches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to help. They need more help than a J.C. Jackson can give them, I think.
Yeah, it shows where they're at, though, man. Losing, he was like my favorite rookie, Gonzalez, the Patriots cornerback that they took in the first round. And he was balling, and then he got hurt. And they also, I think Matthew Judon is hurt, too.
Yep, true.
So, it's start feeling bad for the Patriots, and then you realize, that they're the Patriots, so fuck them. So that's good.
News out of Denver. The first news was that this fucking $70 million linebacker, Randy Gregory, was going to be cut from the Broncos. And then suddenly, a day later, they found a trade partner, and they traded him to the 49ers.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, don't let that defense get better.
I know, right?
It's crazy. Jonathan Taylor, as we said in the last episode, is back. But he's not only back, he and the Colts agreed to a new 3-year, $42 million contract extension, which is, basically what he was holding out for. I don't know what happened here. I guess maybe they just, I don't know, maybe Jim Irsay just got tired and said, yeah, fuck it. I guess I saved some money on that dead whale, so I give it to Jonathan Taylor. He was going to spend $20 million to fucking ship a whale across the country, and I guess he figured, I got that money's burning a hole in my pocket. I'll give half of it to Jonathan Taylor. But he now becomes the third highest paid running back in the league based on a per year basis. Christian McCaffrey is the highest paid running back. Then it's Alvin Kamara, and it's Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones.
Oh, damn. Good for him, man.
So good for.
He's one of the best. Oh, there's you never.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing with these, man. It's like whenever you do commit to pay him, shit can go downhill, man.
For sure. Yeah, it looks like the Colts are going to be without Anthony Richardson for a while, though. It could be a month or more, they're saying. That's bad news for the Colts.
Yeah.
But we'll see. They got Gardner Minshew, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like we were saying in the last episode, that he's like one of the best backups in the league, if not the best.
Yeah, I think so too. I think.
But, I guess does Zach Wilson count as a backup?
Not at this point. No. I guess so. He started the year as a backup, but
yeah. So maybe is he better than Gardner Minshew?
Other notable injuries: Arizona Cardinals lost James Conner to a knee injury. I'm not exactly sure how long he's going to be gone. Bills, Matt Milano, defensive tackle Daquan Jones, joined the list of a number of other defensive players they've lost in previous weeks.
Yeah. They got Von Miller back too. It's like they did. Won't be complete all year.
That's true. Yeah. Along with Richardson, the Colts also lost Mo Alley Cox, their tight end, to a concussion.
Oh.
He'll probably be back sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Who else?
Devon Achane.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
It says kind of day-to-day tweaked his knee or something like that.
Well,
So
probably like a sprain or something.
Maybe, yeah. They're just looking at it for now.
So at the moment, he can only run 20 miles an hour instead of 21 miles an hour. Is that the problem?
Maybe. We'll see.
Crazy.
Yeah. Did you see when he just left everybody? It was, they had the angle, and all of a sudden he's just gone. Yeah.
I've heard, I don't know if this is caught on yet. You know how you have the greatest show on turf? The old
greatest show
Rams?
on surf? Yeah.
You guys need to lean into that nickname, the greatest show on surf.
We'll see.
That's a great nickname.
Why don't they just say on earth?
With an F. On earth.
Miami Dolphins, the greatest show on earth.
That's funny. There's a few other notable injuries to keep an eye on. Daniel Jones with his neck injury.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter because the Giants are trash.
That hurts.
New England Patriots are beat up as well, but they're also trash. Yeah, we'll see. People get injured. It's football. It's a violent sport.
Next man up.
Exactly.
You want to run through the league? See what we're thinking?
Yeah, let's find the divisions.
Yeah, man. As of right now, the AFC East, it goes Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots. AFC North goes Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Bengals. That seems like that could get shaken all the way up. This AFC South, Jags, Colts, Texans, Titans. AFC West, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. Seems like it'll end that way. NFC East, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. NFC North, Lions, Packers, Bears, Vikings. NFC South, Bucks, Falcons, Saints, Panthers. And NFC West, Niners, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals. That's our division rankings right now.
Let's start back at the top with your AFC East.
I think that division is wide open.
I feel like it's a 2-horse race, basically.
Yeah. I guess wide open is the wrong thing. I feel like, I wouldn't know how to call it. The Bills beat Miami pretty handily. Miami hasn't really beaten a good team like that yet.
True. I mean, the Bills have obviously been hit with the injury bug on defense.
That Jets game is huge for the Bills. They fucked that up.
Yeah, they did. I think if I had to guess now, I'd pick the Dolphins. I would not expect the Dolphins to lose to the Bills twice. I think they're too smart for that.
Yeah.
I think your coach is too smart for that. And I think the Bills have shown that they know how to lose games that they should win.
Yeah.
When it's close.
Do you think the Jets or Patriots could make a run for a wild card? No.
No, I don't think so. I think the Jets had a very inspired victory against the Broncos this past week. I think that might be the best game we see them play all year.
Yeah, I could see that too.
And the Patriots are just
fighting for Caleb.
They're like an empty vessel. I don't know what to make of them.
They might be a candidate for a straight up yard sale.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if they just keep like key pieces.
I mean, the real question that everyone's asking is I mean, no one expects Belichick to get fired in the season, but the owner of the Patriots, Robert Kraft, has sent off enough messages in the media to make you at least feel like it's possible that Belichick could get fired at the end of the season, or at the very least lose his general manager role.
He's been picking up good players the last couple of years, though. It's not been the draft. It's been just that one guy. The Mac Jones has been the issue. And then his management of the staff, which a head coach would handle anyway. seems to be the problem. But apparently his heir apparent is on the sidelines and biding his time.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The AFC North, what we thinking?
This is the one division where it wouldn't surprise me if everything, like you said, just turned completely upside down.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like the Bengals have got some momentum as long as Joe Burrow can stay healthy, of course, which is obvious. They clearly have the best roster in the division. So if they can start clicking, Baltimore, I don't know what's going on in Baltimore. They should be better than they really are. They've got a new offensive coordinator, which is always a little tricky, but still, he's not the reason they're dropping the ball.
Right.
The Steelers are out here winning games with defense. Same with the Cleveland Browns, because both the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers have dysfunctional offenses. These are teams that do not put a lot of points on the board. So if the Bengals can figure this out and keep doing what they did last week, they did it to the Arizona Cardinals, so you kind of have to sort of take it with a grain of salt for now. But given how poorly everyone else has performed through the first 5 weeks, I don't see any reason why the Bengals can't still win this division.
The Bengals. And look at the Steelers. They're at the top of the division, 79 points for, 110 points against.
I mean, yeah, they're first place, and they have a minus 31 point differential.
Yeah. Same
crazy.
as the Bengals with minus 31. Damn. Just because they beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens got to be kicking themselves, man. AFC South. This one feels like anybody's game, man. I feel like the Texans, Colts, Jags, or Titans could win this division.
Based on the roster alone, there's no reason why the Jaguars shouldn't be running away with this division.
Yeah.
They have the best quarterback. They have maybe they don't have the best running back, but they have a good one, Travis Etienne, and they have the best receiving core.
Yeah.
So I still think they're going to win this division. I think the Colts are feisty. Their defense keeps giving them a chance to win football games. Houston Texans, CJ Stroud has been a big surprise. He's been great rookie quarterback right out of the gate. But I think his wake-up call is coming. And the Titans, man, I don't know how much longer. I feel like the Titans are in the same boat that the Falcons were in last year, where it's like you got this rookie quarterback in the draft.
See what's up.
You might need to see what he's got.
Yeah.
Because Tannehill ain't it.
No.
So I'd be really, really interested to see when we get to see our first Will Levis.
I wonder how much job security Vrabel thinks he has. Because if he's worried about his job security, he's going to keep Tannehill in. If he feels secure, then see what Will Levis is all about. I think that's the right thing to do.
In my opinion, I feel like he's earned the same respect as someone like Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's ever had a losing season. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So I think that I don't feel like he should be worried about his job. I think he should be free to see what this kid looks like. Put him on the field. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that good. I just got an alert on my phone that Devon Achane is expected to miss multiple games.
Yeah.
And is a candidate to be placed on injured reserve.
Okay. So it must have been...
That's some breaking news, y'all. All right,
then we got the AFC West. Feels like...
Chiefs, baby.
Yeah, it feels like Chiefs all the way. And weirdly, they had plus 48 point differential.
It's so crazy. We keep talking about how they don't look that convincing, but plus 48, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess they had a couple of games where they beat the shit out of somebody, but
Bears
I mean
game.
the chart. You know, to me, it's the Chiefs division all the way. Still
Yeah.
is, has been for several years. The question is, do you see any of these teams capable of grabbing a wild card spot?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I feel like you probably have two come in from the AFC North and two come in from the AFC East.
Mm.
And then that leaves one spot. So it'd be like what, Chargers going up against, the another team from the AFC North. And I don't know
I could see it the other way. I could see two coming in from the AFC West, Chiefs and
who
Chargers,
you really
and
okay.
and
Those
only
are the
one
two.
coming from the AFC North. The AFC North is so weird and dysfunctional right now. I could totally imagine that only one team makes it out of there into the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, of
Um,
course. They beat each other up too.
mm,
But
and
you also got the AFC East. There's gonna be two out of there.
agreed.
You might as well just mark the Bills and the Dolphins in. Whichever one
Yeah, I
wins,
think
the other
so.
one gets a wild card spot.
Yeah, I think so. There's no way you're getting two out of the AFC South. No fucking way.
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I think the West might just be the Chiefs, man. I'd be surprised if the Chargers, like, I really don't believe in the Chargers, man.
Yeah, yeah, they're such a weird team.
Yeah.
They should be better. But
On to the NFC. The NFC East looks like a runaway for the Eagles. Cowboys taking that next L they took with a 51-point differential. Still, that's all. Basically, they won by 40 over the Giants. So that's what.
okay. I want to point out something really important here because I don't really, I've said it before. I deleted Facebook from my phone, but I still check it on my computer from time to time. And we got a couple of Giants fans who seem to have I don't know, sand in their vagina about how I talk shit about Daniel Jones all the time. The New York Giants have a minus 91 point differential. Okay. So don't come at me with your fucking takes about how I'm too hard on the Giants. The Giants suck this year. They're so bad. I don't have any particular historical beef with the Giants like I do with the Patriots and the Saints, but I'm just pointing it out. Like, facts are facts, bro. The Giants are not a real football team. They're terrible this year.
Yeah.
So
the NFC North, man, weren't we wrong about this to doubt the Lions, who came out, started the season off beating the Chiefs, and have had a hiccup since, but are really, they look like head and shoulders above the rest of the NFC North.
This is the one pick that I'm kind of the most mad at myself for, because as much fun as the Lions were last year, when all the preseason chatter was picking them to be the kings of the NFC North, I wanted that to be true, but I also didn't want to be tricked into thinking that was true.
Right.
So I wouldn't allow myself to believe it. I was like, you know what? Vikings still look good on paper. Like, why are they not going to win this division?
Yep.
I didn't know they were going to fumble the ball so goddamn much in the first 5 weeks.
Even with the most complete roster in that division, it was just like, they're not real.
Yeah, I also didn't know that Detroit's defense,
right?
Because that was the thing. That was the thing that really kind of held me back from picking them as the winners of this division. Because last year they were one of those teams where, like, they put up a lot of points on offense, but that was because they were so bad on defense. They have probably the most improved defense of any team from last year to this year.
Yeah.
Considering how bad they were last year. But they've gotten complete on both sides of the ball. I was also very suspicious of how they kind of traded away their top two running backs and then brought in two more, but that seems to have worked out just fine. Don't listen to me. I don't know shit. Lions are good. Vikings suck. The Bears are, I don't even know what the Bears are, and the Packers are just average.
Yeah.
So I do expect I do expect the Vikings to start winning some of these football games.
They're keeping them close. They'll win some.
But it's the Lions. The Lions are going to win the NFC North.
Were we wrong about the NFC South?
What did we say about the NFC South?
We were remember. Falcons best team in the NFC South. The Bucks probably the worst. Saints might be fighting with the Falcons for the top spot, and then the Bucks are coming out with white Geno and making us look like we don't know what we're talking about.
We certainly underestimated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I will say that.
Yeah.
That being said, yeah. I mean, this division is basically exactly what it was last year. Mm-hmm. Remember? I mean, it literally came down to, what, week 16?
Yeah.
Before we knew who was going to win this division?
Yeah.
Because everybody basically had the same record.
Who won it last year?
The Bucks won it last year.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, certainly, I would say, yeah, we underestimated Baker Mayfield. Everybody knew that the Buccaneers had a good roster coming into the year. They still have good wide receivers. This running back that they have, what's his name? Something White.
Yeah.
Rashid White. He's been really good.
White Geno.
White Geno's been better than we thought.
White
the Falcons.
Geno and White.
I mean, the Falcons, obviously, their defense is making them more relevant than we could have ever hoped. Or when I say we, I mean me. I still think the Falcons can win this division.
They can.
I really do.
Ritter's got to get out of the way. All right, what we got for the NFC West before we make our picks for the week?
49ers all the way. I don't.
Yeah, it's like not even. Yeah.
But that being said, I will say, let's see. You would imagine NFC East will have 2 playoff teams, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Lions will win the North.
Yeah.
I think the only other division, I could see the NFC West getting 2 playoff teams. I could see the Seahawks getting in there. Or maybe the Rams if they go on a run. They've looked better than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
But I only see 1 playoff team coming out of the North or the South.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be it.
Yeah.
Giants going to make a run. All right. Well, let's take a break, and then we'll come back with our picks. All right, everybody. We are back. That break was brought to you by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends, the best barbecue in Stockholm. Swing by Brisket and Friends and ask for the SveNFL table breaker. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue, so good, make your mama want to slap your grandma. All right, man. What we got going on? Who's flipping?
Well, we got week 6.
Yeah.
We got some very head-scratching matchups this week. Tough ones to pick, I think. We got 2 teams on a bye, Packers and Steelers. Steelers taking the week off after climbing all the way to the top of the AFC North. How about that?
Yeah, I know, right? And it's me calling it this week, right?
That's correct. I'm going to flip it, and you're going to call it.
All right, let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah. Tails, baby.
Tails it is.
Nice. You know what? I want to start off with a W. So I'm going to go ahead and pick first in this Thursday night Royal Rumble of sorts. And I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win.
Wise decision.
Now you can start with this difficult shit.
Oh, my God. Next game we got is Ravens Titans in London at the Tottenham Hotspurs Stadium. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Both teams coming off of disappointing losses. They're both traveling across the pond. So you got that jet lag to deal with. I mean, Ravens. Ravens.
All right.
Ravens. I got to go Ravens.
Yeah. All right. Then Washington is playing the Falcons in Atlanta. I'm going to go with the defense here, and the mistake-prone Howell might keep that streak going for the Falcons. So I got to pick the Falcons in this one.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one's a tricky one. The Vikings can't stop stepping on their own dicks, and the Bears suddenly look functional on offense.
Mm-hmm.
This one's tricky.
Expect a lot of blitzes. I know that from the Vikings.
You know what? I think for 1 week and 1 week only, I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I'm gonna take the Vikings. Actually, Shit, they might not have Justin Jefferson. You know what? Fuck it. I changed my mind. I'm taking the Bears.
Ooh. All right. Seahawks are playing the Bengals. I think the Bengals are back, man. I'm taking the Bengals in this. AFC versus NFC. Chase is on fire. Burrow looks a little more healthy. And Anarumo's Anarumo. So, yeah. Seahawks are coming off a bye week, but I don't think it'll matter. Bengals are ready to roll.
Next up, we got 49ers versus Browns. It would just be foolish to pick against the 49ers at this point. As much as I want to, I just don't. I don't know. Even if the Browns defense plays really well, there are some question marks over whether Deshaun Watson will play, and even when he does play, the offense is a little shaky. I think Watson is dealing with some kind of a shoulder thing or something. I don't know. I'm gonna just try to stay smart and roll with the 49ers on this one.
Okay. I'm gonna stay smart as well and roll with the best team in the AFC. Dolphins over the worst team in the NFL, over the Panthers.
Yeah, smart. Next up, we have a Gardner Minshew revenge game starting for the Colts, going up against his old team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, Bucks Lions. I thought. Okay.
Oh,
sorry,
is that?
man. I was looking at Bucks Lions.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. These Colts are feisty. I think you're going to see more Jonathan Taylor in this game. That being said, the Jaguars did a really good job on defense against the Bills, who have a pretty good run game. So we're playing in Jacksonville. You got all those weapons. I feel like the Jaguars should win this game. I'm going to go Jags.
Okay. Then we got Saints, Texans. I'm going to say... Is this an upset if I say the Texans win? It's not?
New Orleans is favored by 1.5.
Okay. Well, I think the Texans are going to
win. All right. Patriots. Raiders. I don't know, man. These Patriots look pretty bad to me. The Raiders didn't look so hot this past week either, but they have a way better roster than the New England Patriots do right now. And I think Josh McDaniels does usually play pretty well against his old boss. So I'm going to roll with the Raiders on this one.
At least it won't be another home loss. Getting booed at home for the whole game. Oof. And then we got the Lions and the Bucks.
Okay.
Is that right?
We might be looking at. Are we looking at a different list?
Patriots, Raiders. Yeah, then the Lions and the Bucks.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So then we got the Lions and the Bucks. I'm gonna say, damn. I want to feel some white Geno magic. Is that an upset?
It's pretty close. Detroit is only favored by 3. That's surprising.
I feel like it's gonna be a close game, man.
And the over-under is only 44.
I'm gonna stop doubting the Lions. This is gonna be a statement game for them. They got to win this one. I picked the Lions on this.
All right, next up we got the Rams versus the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been boxing above their weight class all year. They still only have 1 win to show for it, and they're definitely not going to win this game. Yeah, expect Cooper Kupp to score like 4 touchdowns in this one. And they might not have James Conner either. So that could be bad.
Okay. All right. Eagles playing the Jets. And if the Jets win, is that considered all right,
yeah.
Let's do it, man. No. Eagles gonna beat the brakes off the Jets, man.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Ooh, speaking of beat the brakes off.
Oh my God. The Battle of New York. The New York Football Giants against the Buffalo Bills.
Tyrod Taylor revenge game.
It is probably going to be Tyrod Taylor's funeral at this point.
Yeah, man.
The Bills are gonna destroy the New York Giants.
All right, and then the Monday night game is the Chargers hosting the Cowboys off a week of rest. The Chargers have Brandon Staley, one of the best coaches in the NFL. This is the hot seat bowl.
You're right. It is the hot seat bowl.
This is the hot seat bowl. I feel like after this game, Mike McCarthy will calm down his detractors just for a little bit when the Cowboys defense holds the Chargers long enough to win a game and stay in the hunt in the NFC while the Chargers fall back a bit. So Cowboys win. How many interceptions for Dak? 2.
In this game?
Yeah, no.
He's only 4 away from 10. Isn't that right?
No, he has 4.
Oh, right. He's 6 away from 10.
6
He
away
said he
from
wasn't
10.
going to throw 10.
Yeah, he's not throwing 10.
He's going to throw 12.
All right, so that's it, man. That's all of our picks. We got some superlatives. Who's your sexiest matchup?
Sexiest matchup of the week. You know when you roll up to a party with your new girlfriend and your ex-girlfriend shows up alone, or even better, she shows up with some guy who looks like he was just born to throw multiple interceptions in one game. That's how I feel about this week's Cowboys-Chargers game. Kellen Moore, former Cowboys OC, current Chargers OC, is welcoming his old team into his house and is going to introduce them boys to his new guy, Justin Herbert. Sure, Brandon